School might be out for Thanksgiving, but right now Humble ISD is hard at work building a new facility for its Mosaic program. The program helps to support students with disabilities after high school graduation. Our Kathy Hernandez visited the site of the new facility and got a look into how the program works. Kathy, good morning.
Good morning, Zach. After graduation, many students go to college or get a job, but some students with disabilities may not be ready. That's where the Mosaic program steps in. It's teaching these students life skills to help them live and work independently.
It's special in a very, very beautiful way, in a special way. I just love being in this Mosaic program because you get to do a lot of things before you actually graduate and take a job.
And Ella Cockerell has been in the Mosaic program for 3 years now. It helps special education students 18 to 22 years old who have qualified for support after high school to transition into adulthood. The program gives students hands-on experience creating products to sell and preparing them for employment and independent living. And the program is getting a new permanent home. Humble ISD just broke ground on a new 2-story, 56,000 square foot facility on Timber Forest Drive. It will have 3 mock apartments and a bigger production lab for students.
We're really trying to help them transition out to living independently, and so they need to know, what does that mean to live in an apartment? You know, what does it mean to cook? What does it mean to make your bed? What does it mean to clean your apartment? So we work with them on all of those things that we just do naturally.
And funding for the new building was approved by voters as part of a bond in 2022. It's scheduled to open in November 2025. Here now to talk about why programs like this are so important, Dory Cayten with the ARC of Harris County. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Absolutely. Let's first talk about the ARC of Harris County. What is the mission?
So the ARC is actually a national organization. We have about 700 chapters across the United States. So the ARC of Harris County, we are all serving the same population, which is individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. For us specifically, our programs are centered around special education advocacy and social and leisure activities. You know, chapters across the nation do a lot of different things.
And I know your sister has Down syndrome as well. Has that been a part of your inspiration?
Absolutely. I started volunteering with Special Olympics when I was 12 and continued to do so, and then found myself at an organization that's serving people just like her. So it's definitely my passion.
Talk a little bit about the challenges that people with disabilities face after graduation.
Yeah, so, and I'm super excited to hear about Humble ISD and the program they're developing. So I don't know if everyone knows that children who are now adults at 18 can go to school until they're 22 years old. And then after that, a lot of parents are like, what happens now? Some can go into a work program and get a job, and then some, it doesn't work out for them. So, you know, I always tell parents that the waiver that the state provides is super important. But what a lot of people don't know is the waiver wait list, they like to call it the interest list, is up to from 17 to 20 years. So parents really need to know about that.
And we were talking about it, you know, before we came on set. Waivers. What is it? What do parents need to know about it? What does it offer?
So it will offer services, for example, if they need a day habilitation program, it will pay for that. Parents still need to work most of the time. So Monday through Friday, they face the challenge of, what do I do with my adult child? And so the day habilitation program is great, and the waiver will pay for that.
And so your message to parents, because again, you want them, as soon as they find out, sign up. It's a 17-year wait.
Yes,
that's
up to 20.
That's terrible.
Yeah, there's 170,000 people in Texas that are waiting for a waiver. I say, you know, for Down syndrome, a lot of times that's identified at birth, so get on the wait list then.
Right.
Autism sometimes is not diagnosed until 3, 4, 5, maybe even longer, but as soon as you know, get on that waiver wait list. It could be that, you know, when your name comes up, you might not need it. Your child might be progressing and have a job and have, you know, a stable life, but you can say, no, we don't need it. But you need to get on the wait list to, you know, for if you do need it.
Right. You need to plan years in advance.
Yes.
And when you see this, I know you read a lot about the Mosaic program. What kind of goes through your mind when you see that Humble ISD is really stepping up?
Yes. You know, there are other ISDs that have programs, but not to that level where they're doing, you know, building a building that has like the apartment. They have apartments in the building. They have a workspace. So really hands-on life skills, hands-on work training. I just think it's phenomenal, and I hope other ISDs can follow suit.
Right, and they also told me they do talk to other districts. Other districts want to come and tour their facility and to kind of get an idea of what maybe they should be doing as well. Talk about other resources for people out in the community, people who aren't students at Humble ISD.
Yeah, so after high school, there are a lot of programs. There's, you know, Texas Workforce Commission can help with work, you know, finding a job, finding an appropriate job. There's other nonprofits that have work programs. I don't know if you've heard of the HEART program, but they do a great thing where they they do work training, and they have like a vendor service program where they're servicing vending machines. I think they're working concession stands at some of the Rockets games and Texans games. So they're offering them supported work. So they're hands-on with them. And there's a lot of other nonprofits that are doing similar things. So
As
you
a
just have to
parent,
find those.
exactly. And how would you sign up for those waivers?
I always like to direct people to the Arc of Texas. For us, that's our resource. So the arcoftexas.org is, they have a section on their website called Waiting on a Waiver. And so you can go there and learn about, there's 6 different waivers. So you have to figure out which one is more appropriate for your child. And then it tells you how to sign up. It helps you figure out your authority for your county. Everything's just really difficult.
To
you know, for
navigate.
us in Harris County, we have the Harris Center for Mental Health and IDD. And that's where you can call and get a caseworker, and they can really go through the process with you. For Galveston County, it's the Gulf Coast Center. For Fort Bend County, it's Texana, and it goes on and on and on.
Right.
You know, it's not the same straight across the board across Texas.
And that's why I spoke to you earlier. That's why your job and your mission and your work is so important. Dory, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for all you do. Of course, we are going to put that list on our website, click2houston.com, so others can get the resources that they need as well.